Welcome, everybody. This is SF1 GP3 Friday Night Racing. I, your host, K Rhodes, am doing this on my personal channel. I could not log into the SF1 channel, unfortunately, but never mind that. We carry on tonight. Looks like Seth might have been the first one on track, but I'll get to that. Filling in for an unfortunate Sebastian who is under the weather, so we hope he feels better soon. Just gearing through. I think Seth is the first one out. Doing a solo stream tonight, so if you guys fancy it, keep me company in those comments, guys. I'd appreciate it. So it does look like Seth's the first out. We are at the French Grand Prix, like I mentioned. I'm kind of looking forward to this one. See if Jugster continues his dominant lead right now. He did finish 5th, though. Druid, who is here, actually pipped for the win last week. So he won in Canada, as well as Cardinal pulled some points back from Jugster, but we'll keep on board with Seth. I think these guys are just running some practice laps because obviously only 13 drivers. These guys can pull into the pits and save their tires for the actual race. Let's see. Seth pulls it in the pits. Neglect stays out, so we'll keep it on board with Neglects. Let me make sure this is correct. Yes, everything is set and ready to go. Just making sure this stream is set as underneath this amazing game that Codemasters have created. There we go. So, I am quite looking forward to this one. I know we have our new GP3 driver here. F1 Tom makes his debut tonight in the French Grand Prix. We'll see what he can do. He was brought on by Coatsy himself. So we're keen to see. Mercedes team is going to love that they got another driver in. I think Druid might be. So Mercedes team does have 2 drivers here tonight. Unfortunately, my Sauber team. So a couple guys just gearing up for the track. Maybe learning the track, doing a little bit of practice, seeing how their setups handle. We'll ride on board with a couple of these guys. Stay tuned. Neglects does set a time of 1:33.3. So Seth has retired, Kakashi has retired, Druid has retired, Kimmy's on the outlap, Mo pulls it into the pits. Tom is, I don't know, Cardinal, 131.3, don't mind that ring. My dog is shaking himself to bits. Blaze recoil goes in there. Let's see. I need fastest slap. Yes, there we go. So Tom looking kind of good. 32.8. Jugster sets himself in. Oh, I think these two are going to duel again today. I happen to wonder what the weather's going to be like. Maybe I'll get my inside driver here to let me know. Maybe I'll throw him a shout. That way I can fill you guys in. Sectors 1 and 2 yellow. Hopefully it's just for guys slowing down, getting out of each other's way. You don't want to wreck the car here because then you will be put out. Neglects pulls it in the pits. Samurai goes 4th, I believe. Neglects the tires. Kimmy and Mo is in the pits. I think these guys, they're all safe. They can kindly retire if they want to. Let me see if I can get a good old weather update. Do my fancy digging mower tires. Yeah, okay. It does look a bit overcast though. Calhel's pulling it into the pits. I think that was Goomba right behind him. He's pulling it into the pits, I think. Okay, so Samurai's still out. Jugster's pulling it in. I think Samurai and Kimmy are the only... Kimmy stays to go. Puts in a 34.9, that is. Let me see if I can get my fancy little driver to give me the lowdown. Yes, again, apologies for the channel being on a different station tonight. One of our streamers unfortunately forgot to log out, but no matter, I'll carry on with my personal. Like I do with every one of our streams, this will be updated to YouTube come the fresh week of Monday. So it'll be there too. No matter. Just going back out. Kimmy, I think, is going to pull back in. I wonder if that's Samurai or if that's Tom. Okay, there we go. That's Q1 in the bag, on to Q2, what I like to call my favorite qualifying, the strategy qualifying. Let's see what we can see. I'm not positive of the tire strategies, or the tire compounds, that is. Looks like ultra soft, so I'm going to maybe take a fork poke at it and go, it's definitely going to be ultra soft, and maybe either soft or mediums. I think it's softs. But nevertheless, we will find out. On to Q2. So 13 drivers, it's a decent showing for GP3. Here we go, guys. Now it's when it starts to count. Now you don't want to overcook these tires. It's definitely sunnier, so the track is going to be a little warmer. That means the tires are going to cook in faster. Clear. Okay, my driver, my behind-the-scenes driver, did just give me an update. These guys are lucky enough to have an entire clear section or session. Cashy tires. So it looks like Neglects is the first out. So we'll keep on board with Neglects as he gets some TV time. I have to set this in case this ever happens again, that I have the SF1 channel host this as well. That way they can see it. But this is SF1. Neglects looking to warm his tires. The air looks a little dense. Could be a little warm there. So for the Haas team, these guys rooting for Neglects this weekend. Looks like he's going to pull over and let the McLaren go. I think that might be Jugster. Yes, it is. So Jugster, our current GP3 championship leader, is going to be the first to start his flying lap. Let's see what kind of time he puts in. He is on the super soft. Or no, he's on the ultra soft. Ultra soft it is. I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected him to go on the super soft. So he's starting his flying lap now. Maybe Glex thinks about pulling a toe here. It could help him. I think he's starting to lose out already though. Oh, Jugster looking rather perfect in that corner. Quick change down to fourth, down to third, down to second. Possibly looking at it maybe a 131, middle of 131 in Q3 for a qualifying time for a provisional pole. Let's see what Jugster can do here. He might actually prove me wrong. And if he does, I'll amend him. Yellow sectors everywhere. I think it's for drivers moving out of other drivers' way. Flat out through this right-hander. Down here, we downshift the long right bending corner. Coming around to the final last slow left and then a really hard slow right. And across the line, let's see what Jugster puts in. Goes for a 131.6. So Glex goes at 133.3. Let's see who's next. I think Seth might be in front of Telhell. No? No, Telhell's in front of Seth. Okay, let's see what Telhell puts in. Telhell goes 133.5. Let's see what Seth puts in. 133.3. Ah, Goomba goes up there, 33.2. Looks like Druid is going to come in. He's on the softs. He's running the bold strategy. Comes in. Ooh, might have been invalidated. So I think Samurai is going to be the next guy. Let's jump up to Samurai. Samurai is going to cross the line here. He's on the ultra softs. Oh, it must have been an outlap then. Whoops. So, never mind. On to Kimmy. Let's see what Kimmy puts in. He's on the super soft. It's so hard to see. It's so small. Kimmy goes 34.1. Samurai is now... Who will be next? Tom goes and invalidates his lap, I believe. He's going to have to go for another one. Cardinal comes up just behind 32 flat. Those two running close again. But Cardinal was on the super softs. So that would make up that half-second difference. So between the motors, I hear these birds chirping. That's something. Samurai around the long right-hander. Looks like Druid's coming up. Druid only goes 6th with a 33.3, but he is on the softs. I think he might be able to stay safe. Tom's on the backstretch. Samurai is going to be the next guy to put in a lap. Let's see what he can get on. So we will lose 3 out of this, but Samurai is coming across the line now and goes and invalidates his lap. Lays recoil, feels safe enough, retires. So really we will lose out 2 drivers because Kakashi has retired. So between Samurai, Mo, and Tom. And like I said, or just as I said that, Tom goes third quickest at 32.6. Oh yeah, that's right. This hit exit lane is so unproportionately put that it's easy to run into somebody. You really have to be on your game. Tom retires right away. We'll have to inform him about the retiring on track. I don't know if he knows that yet. Samurai is going to want to come out. Mo gets his car out on track. I'm going to be talking a lot, so bear with me, guys. It's going to be quite a ride. Samurai now. Let's see if he can pop in a lap. Oh, I didn't notice Neglects puts on the softs. Samurai does get himself in a lap, 33.1. So a lot of these drivers close in the 33s. Let's see, Mo I think is letting some drivers through. I think that was his teammate he actually let through. It was. So Neglects is going to actually come up and start a lap with the softs on. So I think if you were between Telhel and Mo, are definitely going to want to think about putting a proper time in. So 10 viewers, guys, thank you so much. I know it's a little strange. It's on a different channel tonight, but it is here. So Kimmy is out on the super softs again. Mo, I believe, just started his flying lap, so we'll ride on board with Mo. A little wide through there. This track can be tricky and can catch you out. Mo on the backstretch now opens the DRS. Coming up now to the hard left braking. A little bit of an uphill. And then is back onto the power for that flat out there. See if Mo can keep it flat out. He does. Around the corner. One of the trickier sides of it. Takes it a little wide. Just keep an eye on seeing if anybody improves. A lot of the guys in the top 3, actually top 5, decided to retire. Jugster sets the quickest time. Ooh, Mo almost loses it. Only goes 12. 35, I think that costs him a lot of time at the end. So he's definitely going to want to try to go for another one. Oh, let me actually put the telemetry up for you guys. Lap times, that would help as well. So I think Kimmy is going to push for another lap. He has slapped on the Ultra Softs. So 2 drivers we're going to lose out here because Kakashi has already retired. Mo, I wonder, he's going for another one. Is Telhel back on track? He is. Neglects has retired. That's a good showing from Neglects. Up into 5th at 133 flat. Right on the border of some of the quicker guys. Samurai. Samurai is coming for an outlap, or he is on his outlap. It looks like Druid is coming back out. 3 minutes left in the session to go. It looks like Seth gets a little wide there. Ooh. That's, it's definitely a confusing track to begin with. Might have just lost track of where he was at. Warming the tires up maybe. He is on an outlap. Maybe it was a quick little strategy to warm his brakes. Kimi is now pushing on a flying lap. Mo dives it into the pits. Telhel is back out. He does have, I think that's, yeah, it's Drew right behind him. Drew's gonna pull a toe here. Telhel looks like he's running a lot less swing, or yeah, because he's flying down that backstretch. Oh, who's that? That went right through. I think that was Telhel. So Samurai is out as well. A lot of these guys maybe a little bit nervous at their time. He's not going to stick them up into Q3. So Druid is coming across the line to start a flying lap. Telhel pulls it into the pits, so does Kimi. That is qualifying over for Kimi. Mo is going to push for another one. Telhel is right on the border. If Mo gets himself up to 10th, we'll lose out Telhel and Kimi. I believe that Samurai is definitely safe. Druid is definitely safe. Seth, I think there's no possible way for him. Yeah, he's safe. So he's made it to Q3. So it's up to Mo. Let's see if Mo can get himself into the top 10 so he can get himself into Q3. Be interesting if he can. Once we load into Q3, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update with the table, or I can hold it. Stuff goes really wide. I think he was moving out of the way, Mo. Mo is gonna take. That's it. Mo's out. That is qualifying over. Druid can improve. Seth just leaves them go. Druid does improve, goes up to 5th with a 32.6. So, in Q2, we lose out Kimi Räikkönen, SF1 Mo, and Kakashi. Are they going to make their cars go around for an entire 2 minutes? Come on, Codemasters. Guys actually could necessarily. Yep, no. All right. Enough of that. We are on to the big one. What a lot of people look forward to right before the race is qualifying Q3. Who is going to grab pole for the French Grand Prix? It will be interesting. I think maybe see a 131.4. There you have it, Jugster, Cardinal, Tom, our debut driver, Blaze Recoil, Druid, Neglects, Samurai, Goomba, Seth, and Telhel all make it through to Q3. And unfortunately, Kimi, Mo, and Kakashi are out of Q2. But they will have a fresh set of tires to pick for the race. So if they want to carry on further without a pit stop, they can slap a fresh set of softs on. This is going to be one heck of a race, I have a feeling. Uh-oh. Light rain for the race from another driver. So clear all session to light rain. I wonder if this game threw him a curveball. So who's going to be the first out? It looks like Telhel is gearing up to come out. I talk about the importance of setting that banker lap, because you never know what could happen towards the end of qualifying. So Telhel currently looks like Jugster Pipton in his first out. Out on his way, followed by, it looks like, anybody else make it out behind him. So Telhel is behind Jugster, okay. Couple guys still sitting in the pits. Interesting. Now we have 6 out of the 10 coming out on track. Jump back on board with Jugster. Give him some TV time, as he is currently leading the championship. I'll give you guys a little update. Now that I have the table right in front of me, Jugster, the guy we are on screen with, currently, excuse me. Oh boy. Okay, so Jugster, he is currently sitting on 135 points in first, followed by SF1 Cardinal, which is at 98 points. The gap between these two are 36, so Cardinal really wants to start thinking about some on-track winning over top of Jugster, because we are coming relatively close to the midpoint of the season. Mo finds himself in third currently, who unfortunately had a DNF last week, but he is at 61 points, and he is 38 points behind Cardinal. That rounds out your top three, so quite a difference, quite a spacing between these guys. I somehow popped off Jugster. But Goomba finds himself in fourth. Good showing so far, good season for him. He is on 44 points, followed by Kimmy, who's on 38 points. Telhel's on 37 points. Druid's on 33 points. Seth is on 33 points. Neglects is on 28 points. And Mario is, or not Mario, well, yeah, Mario is on 25, who is currently not here tonight. Samurai follows him in 11th with 23. Kakashi is in 12th with 23. Blaze recoils in 13th with 22. So you can see, besides the top three, all of these guys are so close. Every point counts at this point. Because next week, after France, we go directly to Austria, and then we have a break. So it's this week and next week, and after that, GP3 will have a nice weekend break. They can kind of let a little steam off, relax, do what they got to do, come back for the second part of the season and go strong. Or there might be, yeah, it's either next week or the following weekend. Jugster set to 30.3. Yeah, or 30.9, I can't see it. And he just proved me wrong. So, Telhel goes to 33.5. Looks like Neglects will be next, 33.3. Who's going to be next? Tom pulls it in. Looks like Druid is coming up on the line to start a flying lap, it looks like. Blaze recoil. Goomba is going to set a lap here. Let's see. Goes a little wide off. Goes second, 33.1. Let's see, I think Cardinal will be the next guy to set a time. Let's see if he can get close to his rival currently. Currently sitting at a 30.9. Here we go. A little, oh, I thought it was 31.6 it is. Okay, yeah, it was at 31.6. That's almost a second off Jugster's time. So let's see if Blaze recoil will be Sector 3 yellows. I think that's for somebody pulling over. Looks like Druid is going to come set a lap. And then he'll be followed by Blaze is going to put a time in. Goes third, 32. Let's make sure I didn't lose anybody. So Druid is pulling it right back into the pits. Seth is coming up now. He also pulls it into the pits. He did set a time. Druid has not yet, neither has his new teammate, F1 Tom. But Tom is on an outlap currently. I think everybody else is going to pull it into the pits. Looks like Cardinal's going for another one though. Let's see if he can get this one. Does improve, but not enough. Still about 7/10 away from Jugster currently. A lot of guys on track now starting to lose who's in front of who here. It looks like Telhell's on a flyer. The Glex goes wide, but he is on a flyer as well. Blaze is on. So let's see if Blaze can improve. He is following. I think he's going to pull it into the pits. I can't tell. Ooh. You're going to hear me say that a lot, I'm sure. Blaze recoil, 5 place grid penalty for collision. That was barely a collision. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think is a bit harsh. Extremely harsh. Got a guy in the comments, Tyler. What's going on? Thank you for joining the stream. Just waiting. I think Tom is now on a flyer. Like I said, debut driver brought in by Coatsy. Let's see how he gets along with his first SF1 race today. Only 4 minutes left of qualifying. So I think a lot of these guys, a couple of these guys are on an outlap. Let's see if Tom can set a very good pace lap, maybe stick himself into the top 3. Goes top 3, 32.3. Remember that Blaze has a 5 group spot penalty now. Goomba on track to try to improve. Takes it just a T-bit wide, but that might be his line that he enjoys. I think this is an outlap. It is. Tom has retired. Cardinal sitting in the pits, maybe waiting for one last moment, one last go. Jugster. I think is on a flyer, looking to improve on his provisional pole time right now. Telhell retires. If Cardinal's going to think about going, he's got to leave here soon. Jugster is going to improve. Cardinal says no. I'm not having any of that, and retires from second. Let's see if Blaze can improve. This must be an outlap. Samurai, Goomba. Seth finds himself. Let's see. Druid is starting a flyer now. This place can be daunting with the amount of areas you can invalidate your lap. I know this section right here, if you cut that curb on the left too hard, you will invalidate your lap. Patel or Druid is going to try to push. Seth is on a flyer as well. Goomba, let's see if he can improve. Does. He goes third. Pushes Tom out of third. Samurai goes to 32. Seth's going to cross the line now. Let's see what he can put in. Goes fifth. Definitely a big improvement there. Druid on his way now. Let's see if he has anything to say about the top three. Sector 1 yellows. I think it's for somebody moving out. I think this is going to be pretty quick. Goes third, pushes Goomba out of third. So third seems to be a very popular spot right now. Blaze. The tires on track. So Samurai, I think, also retires on track. Goomba has one more go at it. I think Druid cuts off ERI, so he's done. Jugster takes the checker flag. So Goomba, let's see if he pulls it. It's going to be a little slower this time around. Yep. Okay, so he currently stays fourth. Seth, I think he's out of fuel, so that is his qualifying. Qualify sixth. Druid is... I think he's just racing back to the pits, if I'm honest. So there you guys have it. Jugster grabs a provisional pole with a 130.7. Followed by Cardinal. Two guys in the championship fighting each other. With 31.4. Druid gets himself third with a 31.5. Followed by Goomba, 31.7. Tom retires from fifth in a 32.6. Seth does a great job, gets himself in sixth with a 32.6. I mean, that's how close these guys are. It may not always be about the numbers, but it is definitely about the quality. And now that these guys have had, I believe this is round 7 or 8, these guys have raced with each other. So these guys know who's capable of what, who they're racing. GP3 never disappoints. And I am looking forward to this race. It is going to be exciting. I hope these guys all can make it to the very end in one piece. I hope these guys have a great race and a clean race. So a couple of the drivers are saying they see light rain for the end of the race. That's going to be interesting. Goomba out of fuel, pulling it back to the pits. I think once, no, they cut him off. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is race time. These drivers will have a complimentary 5-minute break. So they can get up, stretch, do whatever they have to do. Select their strategy, kind of let off a little bit of steam. Ease the adrenaline, as I say sometimes, if you can. And they will be back. So unfortunately, Blaze did get that 5 grid, so he's going to drop to 12th. So that bumps, I believe, Mo and Kimmy up. So Kimmy will start 10th and Mo will be 11th. So what time is it now? It is currently 9:14 GMT time. So they will probably go 9:15. So they will probably start the race at 9:20 GMT. Oh, there is rain. Oh, this just got more exciting. So I'm hoping our new driver, Tom, knows not to ready up. If he is listening, just make sure you select the strategy, but do not ready up. Let these guys have their break. One moment. I was getting a lovely phone call from my father, but we are back. I'm just going to take a quick break, and I'll be right here with you guys. It looks like our drivers have heeded to the 5-minute break, so I think we have about a little over 3 minutes to go. Seth in the comments just informing me there's rain, and there's rain indeed. It doesn't look like light rain. It looks like intermediate rain. The track definitely looks a little slick. I'll have to wonder if these guys are going to have any problem with the rain. I don't know. I wonder if most of them selected a dry setup. If so, they're really going to have to be hands on that wheel or controller, for that matter, and just try to fight through the rain. It might dry up at the end. Not sure. But we will see. Should be a minute away from go time, guys. right. One minute, probably more like 30 seconds, and then we're good. Hopefully everybody's back, ready to do this race. We will see. Should be right about go time. I don't know if these guys know who's supposed to ready up. But if you guys are watching the stream, if you guys are ready, go ahead and smash that ready button. It has been 5 minutes. See if anybody listens to me. Yep, they did. All right. Here we go, guys. Couple of the drivers see the tick boxes. Sweet. All right. These guys look like they're ready to go. I know I'm ready. I'm excited to see this. Let's just hope for a good, clean race. Here we go. Light rain to begin with. Lights are green for formation lap. And I will just say again, welcome guys. For anybody who just tuned in, you are on board with the GP3 Friday night racing at the French Grand Prix with SF1. I know the title or the channel is a little different, but we will get through that. Oh, a couple of guys on the naughty step. I wonder, yes, definitely intermediates. So let's see if this plays a role. Everybody kind of taking their time. It's gonna, I mean, if these guys have a dry setup on, it's gonna throw a curveball. Ooh, like that in the back. Who was that? I think that was Goomba getting a little dicey with his tires, seeing what kind of grip's out there. A lot of the drivers in the backstretch. Let's see where Jugster's comparison. Not wanting to take too long on his outlap. He's certainly pulled a gap on Cardinal for the outlap. I think this is one of the first, or not many races we've had so far this season that has seen rain. So we'll see how these drivers get on with it. Jugster is pulling up to the line now. We are going to be going lights green in just a moment, guys. A couple of cars pulling up behind. Here we go. Give me a better. Okay, Mo's view is way better. So we're gonna see. All right, here we go, guys. Lights out. Go, go, go for the Grand Prix of France. GP3. Here we go. Looks like Tom gets a sweet move. Great start from Tom. Everybody. Cardinals up there fighting for the lead. Jump through. Make sure everybody keeps it clean. Oh, there's a little bit of bumping. Who's that off? Tom gets pushed off. He doesn't have any wing. I wonder what happened there. I'm sorry I did not catch it. Cardinal looking like he's struggling a little bit. Goomba might make a dive for it. Druid is right there. Seth moves himself up. Tom, 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Samurai finds himself behind. Mo's back there too. Neglect's back there. Wonder what happened. Let me get the telemetry up for you guys. Kimmy's already made 5 places off the start. Let's see the gap. Goomba is catching Cardinal. Teammates here. Druid's not far behind Goomba. So the only thing I can think, maybe, hopefully, Cardinal here is hoping that the rain eases up and it dries out. Neglects gets F1 Tom, because Tom unfortunately has no front wing. Oh, Cardinal really easy on the brake there. He is on high ERS too. That's gonna throw his car a little bit more. Druid looking for a move on Goomba here. Goomba gets a little squirrely out of that corner. Juxter sets the quickest time, unfortunately, because it's the first lap. Juxter slowly starting to pull away. Druid is on the back of Goomba. Tom, 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane. It just got from bad to worse. See, everybody, Kakashi does get Telhell. Ooh, Kakashi almost loses it. Has Blaze recoil right behind him. Neglect's looking to pounce on this. Druid does get Goomba. I missed that. Goomba's gonna fight back though. Due to the rain, you will not have DRS. Neglects gets Blaze recoil. Neglects and Goomba on a charge. No sat back in 11. Samurai in 12th. F1 Tom just get a new wing. On his way back now. Juxter slowly starting to dig himself a bigger lead. Goomba, let's see if we have Blaze. And Neglect still the closest right now. I'll keep the eye on the Delta with Goomba and Druid. A lot of these drivers look like they're definitely struggling with their setup and the grip. It's just one of those things where you have to fight through it. These back four are so close. Ooh. Kashi's letting everybody through. I wonder why. Oh, Mo was thinking about it. Mo gets a 3-second time penalty and takes Kakashi, I think, for a spin. Starting to lose to Druid. Let's see. Gaps are starting to build a little bit. We do have Kimmy coming up on Seth here. Kimmy on the back of Seth's gearbox. Rain still seems to be coming down. Some spray from the tires. And he's backed off just a little bit, I think. Sector 2 yellows. What's that for? Kashi is off. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that was by his own doing. Kimi Räikkönen up 5 places, looking to take a 6th. Cardinal sets his quickest time. It's starting to dry up. Cardinal does. Seth, let's see if Seth fights back. Side by side, just Seth's gonna poke it into the corner. Does the right thing and backs out. It's a long race. You don't have to fight for each corner. So Kimi up 6 spots now, up to 5th. The gap at the top, it's slowly coming down. I wonder, I think these guys are running higher ERS. Oh no, Druid. Or Jugster, I think, might have a bit of wing damage. Or... yeah, his pit light's on. That has opened the door for all these guys. I think Cardinal might have just made a little bit of a mistake. Oh, Sector 3 yellows. Samurai, corner cutting, Seth. They might have lost it. All the while, I think Tom is looking to catch this pack up. Kashi running back in 13th. Druid is starting to pull a little bit of a gap on Goomba. Oh, is that Cardinal going really wide, or is that Goomba? It must have been... oh no, it was Druid. No, it was Cardinal. Oh, Druid sticks it in the corner. Oh, these guys all fighting for second here. Let's see if Druid uses the slipstream to go around Cardinal. Seth pits. Goomba right there. Goomba gets a better exit. Let's see if he goes for it or backs out of it. Smart move from Goomba. All the while, Jugster is starting to open his lead up. I wonder if he just backed off a little bit. Druid gets Cardinal. Let's see if Druid can open up a gap between these two Force Indias and start eating into the gap of Jugster. Meanwhile, the two Force Indias are going to be back and forth. Oh, Cardinal pits. So that's going to open the door for Kimi to pass him. No, Kimi pits. New intermediates at lap 6. Seems a bit early. Definitely a little bit early. Druid seems to be coming alive in this race. Let's see. Mo is tailing Tail Hell right now. Cardinal does beat Kimi out. Kimi just comes out now. Samurai, new front wing change. Tom is going to get Samurai. He's found himself back up to the points. Oh, Kakashi spins it off again. Kakashi, man, what are you doing? I think he's had enough. As his teammate passes him, Druid has eaten into that lead by 2 seconds almost. Kakashi disqualified. We saw a bit of that. Kakashi has left the session. Yeah, safety car. Really? A safety car for that. Oh, Druid gets into the pits. Jugster stays out. Mo, drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car neglects. Speeding under. Oh, man. And the penalties start rolling in. Easy, guys. Easy into the pits. Mo gets a 5-second stop-go. So Goomba finds himself in the second here. Druid gets himself out. Jugster, unfortunately, didn't get to die for the pits like Druid did. That might be a big call. Goomba right behind Jugster now. Druid should pull up to these guys eventually. Cardinal finds himself in the fourth. Neglects in the fifth. Kimmy is running out seventh. Tailhell sixth. Blaze Recoil eighth. Mo ninth. Just comes out of the pits now. Still under safety car. Tom is going to pit again. He's going to come out behind Seth and Samurai. So he's found himself back to 12th. So there is a safety car in the back stretch. Druid is catching them up. Cardinal, I think, is still a little ways off. These guys really got to push to catch up to this car. But you don't want to push too much that you know. Oh, Blaze is out. I did not see what happened there. Let's ride on board with Seth to see if you can find it. There's Blaze's car. Oh, yeah, he's out. That must have been a really hard impact. So Blaze, unfortunately, is out. Kakashi was disqualified. So the safety car is still out. I wonder if we're going to have another lap of this. Druid did catch him up. Cardinal is catching them up now. Glex is not too far behind, I think, no. Jugster pits. Has to. Finds SF1. Goomba is currently leading the French Grand Prix. Anybody on the Goomba train, jump on board now. He does have a fast Druid right behind him, but I have faith in Goomba. Samurai, 5-second stop go for speeding in the pits. Oh no, collision with Tom. Whoa, missed that. It's still raining too. So Kimmy, Mo is, you can see them, so he is catching them up. Jugster finds himself the whole way down in 8th after that pit stop. Seth is pushing to catch these guys up. Tom goes for another wing change. That allows Samurai to pass, but I think the Samurai does have that penalty. Quite riveting this is already. The rain has definitely thrown a thorn in the side of Jugster, I would say currently. He was leading the race, but unfortunately the safety car from Kakashi's disqualified, parked unsafe the car. Neglects 5-second penalty. Tell him. I think it's one of those cases where if you even bump the car, you're getting 5-second penalties for it. So everybody has caught up besides Samurai and Tom. Ooh, Drew getting a little close to Goomba there. Let's see what happens from here. Safety car in. No, the safety car is going to stay out for another lap. I think to just allow Tom and Samurai to catch up. So Neglects is up to 4th. Cardinal right there. Ooh. Who's that moving out of the way? Somebody might have overtaken somebody illegally under the safety car. These guys, I know, they all want to go. Kimmy, oh no. Severe collision with Mo. This game is just handing out penalties like crazy now. Starting to lose track with all these penalties. All right. I think the safety car should be in this lap. We'll keep it on board with Goomba. They are in the backstretch. Yes, safety car is in this lap. All right, here we go. Back to it. Interesting to see if any of these tires are warm at all. I have a sneaky suspicion that none of these tires are going to be warm. These guys are going to be sliding like Goomba does there. Druid's going to look to pounce right away. Mark's watching, rooting for his brother. Here he goes. Green light is out. Kimmy dives for the pits. Oh, Mo goes for the move on Cardinal. So Goomba pulls away. He does have. Ooh, Goomba gets a little sideways out of there. Oh, Druid's being a bulldog, fighting for it. Oh, what happened? I missed it. I think Seth was... Oh, Seth and Tellhell might have collected each other. Samurai pulls it into the pits. Druid finds himself in the lead currently. Goomba right there. Mo gets a little loose out of that corner. Does think better about it. Backs off a little bit. Neglects, gets himself in front of Cardinal. Jugster, only in 6th, is going to have to battle. Oh, he's with Cardinal now. Cardinal, I know I'm not going to let him by so easily. Cardinal's trying to break the slipstream. F1 Tom has found himself up to 7th. That safety car definitely helped his race. Goomba following Drew right now. Drew starting to open the gap. Neglects is starting to reel in Mo. Jokester does find himself into 5th, right in front of Cardinal. Cardinal, I know, does not like the rain. Looks like Mo pulls it into the pits. The rain looks to be easing a little bit, and the clear sky is coming. So this might fall in the favorite. Jugster is behind Neglects here. Samurai has retired from the session. It look like it's raining quite a bit on the backstretch. Yeah, definitely not as clear at this point on the track. Cardinal is starting to fall from Jugster. That he needs to get a roll on. And Cardinal loses out. Oh no! Cardinal's lost it. All the pieces there. Oh, he's gonna have Tom right behind him here soon too. So Cardinal's gonna want to hope that this race dries up. Maybe force a third pit stop. Druid looking like a man on a mission right now. Jugster finds himself behind Neglect. Tom does take Cardinal. Cardinal gets taken by Kimmy. Lap 11 of 27. Jugster seeing like he's having a hard time getting around Glex, but the Glex pulls it to the pits. So Jugster up to third. Goomba riding in second. Druid is opening a gap here. Neglect's disqualified. Ignored drive-through penalty. That is strange. So now we only have 9 runners here. Kimmy goes way up into 5th here. A lot of these guys, I think, are struggling with this track. So Jugster still following Goomba. Glex has left the session. Oh, that was close. Jugster almost chipped some of his win. Samurai has left the session. Telhel finds himself up to 4th. Cardinal is just now coming out of the pits. Could this snap his podium streak he was on? Druid now opening a big gap of almost 4 seconds. Goomba doing a great job of fending off Jugster. Jugster's having a hard time getting around Goomba. Goomba gets a little out of shape there. Jugster pulls it out. I want to say it's looking... Oh, Jugster goes... Woo! Jugster, Goomba is making that car as wide as possible. Jugster is not finding an easy way around Goomba. All the while, Druid has opened up a 5-second gap. Good, Jugster sends it. Oh, that's rubbing, but that's racing. Goomba's going to want to stick with him here. So let's see if Goomba can hang with Jugster and get himself into that battle for the top step on that podium. Like I said, I was excited to watch this one. It has not disappointed yet. Oh. Pardon me. The lights have come on. I wonder... I think it's just about that time. Once this rain lets up, this track's gonna dry quick. Druid sets the quickest time in the race. Goomba dives for the pits. Be interesting to see what he puts on. If it's going... Is he gonna go for dry tires? No, another set of intermediates. Kimi is gonna be a little bit behind Goomba here. So Telhel finds himself in the third. Blaze has left the session. Druid still with that 6-second gap. Anybody super close? Before I miss it, Mo is right behind Seth. We know these guys have had their issues. Let's hope they keep it clean this week. Oh, Mo is right on Seth's gearbox. Oh, not a place I would send it. All the while, Tom is catching these guys. This is playing into Tom's favor. Mo pulls it on outside, or actually the inside. Hard on the brakes. Oh, that's not. Mo does chip his wing. A bit of carbon fiber has been left from his wing. Find it really hard to stick to this corner now. And Tom is right there. The gap at the top still 6.4. I'm interested to see if Goomba can catch himself up to Telhel. But while that happens, we're going to stay on board with these two. Seth has pulled away slightly from Mo, I believe it's because Mo has that wing damage. But Tom is right there too. Tom is catching these two up. Cardinal still sat down in 9th. That's not going to do him any favors. He's got to hope that something happens here. Still light rain, it looks like. He hasn't let up. Oh, Telhel, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Tom is reeling in Mo here. Also, while they both reel in Seth. Seth is going to fall victim to Tom, I think. Mo looking to stick it back in there. Right behind Seth's gearbox. In that slipstream. Runs it really wide. Oh, Tom does the same, it looks like a little bit. Mo's struggling with that wing damage now, I think. Lap 16 of 27. These guys will have just about 10 laps to go. Tom is now behind. It looks like he catches Mo here. Ooh. That was close. Our debut driver tonight, F1 Tom. Oh, goes for the move on Mo. He makes it. I see some carbon fiber laying there. He does a gentleman thing and lets Mo back in. Mo, 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. This is allowing Seth to skate away. backs off a little bit. I wonder if that was part of his wing that was scattered across the track. Ooh! It might have been. It looks like he's off just a bit. We'll see if Mo goes wide again, knocks out one of the breaker barriers. Oh, Tom right there again. He must be running a little bit higher wing than Mo is. Lap 17 to 27. This one's kind of flying. On the inside. Mo is caught a little bit back up the step here. Oh, what happened to Jugster? I have missed that. Tellhell has taken Jugster. Jugster has fallen. Right into the... Goomba is now following Jugster. I completely missed that. I think Jugster made a mistake. It looks like his wing's intact. Goomba running in 1, Jugster in 2. Tellhell finding himself up 8 places. This race is going his way today. He has found himself 25 seconds behind Druid. Druid is on a mission. Kimmy has found himself up 6 places, excuse me. But the battle here between these guys in the pack, they just won't let each other alone. I watched the Delta with Goomba. I think Jugster might be struggling a little bit. Goomba drops it. 1.3. Now 1.5. It's kind of staying at that similar spot. 1.8. All the while, both of those two are catching the tailhouse. Mo and Seth again. "27 laps of a slippery track has got to keep your attention. You can't lose focus." F1 Tom seems to be falling back just a bit. Mo right there. Is he going to think about it? He backs off of it. Oh, right there again. Goomba has lost time to Jugster. Jugster sets the quickest time now, erasing Druid's previous time, that is. Tellhell pits. Kimmy, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Tellhell's coming up now. Kimmy pulls it into the pits. That's gonna allow Seth and Mo to pass Kimmy here. And maybe even F1 Tom. There they go. Kimmy's passed by. F1 Tom as well. Cardinal is unfortunately having one of the worst races You can imagine. Druid still out about 5.5 seconds. Jugster did catch him by a little bit. Goomba sitting pretty in third. Tellhell down in fourth. Seth is still running fifth with the ever-charging Mo right behind him. Oh, Mo shoots it. Don't, oh, that's not what you want to do. Mo gets sent spinning. Kimmy's right there. He's gonna look to charge on Mo. Jugster sets another fast time. I wonder if Mo's tires are now shot from that or definitely overheated. Kimmy looking to make the charge. The sky looks like it wants to break and it's still rain. I don't know. I don't think these guys are going to see any dry spell. I think it'll be our first full wet race of the season. Mo pulls it into the pits. Kimmy goes past. Oh, a lot of guys are pitting. Number 4. Intermediates as well. Tom pulls for intermediates. Cardinal is going to get a lot of spaces up for this. And all of a sudden, like that, you find yourself back in 6th. Jugster still 5 seconds behind. He's starting to run out of laps to catch Druid. Druid doing what he has to do. Have to take a gander at their... Druid did pit. Jugster pitted a little bit ago. Goomba is on the oldest set of tires here. Druid sets the quickest time of the race. I wonder if Goomba can hold on to these tires. Come on, Goomba, get yourself that podium. Tellhell still in 4th, Kimmy in 5th. Cardinal has found himself in a better position in 6th now. Seth in 7th. Mo, or Tom, is in 8th, and Mo is in 9th. 26 laps to go. The distance between each other, the interval has kind of spaced out. So I'm going to pop on who I think is doing an excellent job, and that's Tellhell. He's having quite a race today. But as soon as I say I don't want to give him commentator's curse. Goomba, I can't take anything away from Goomba. He's having one fantastic race as well. Mark in the comments said if Goomba gets his first podium, it's going to be like a proud father moment. I think everybody wants Goomba to get this podium. Come on, Goomba, go get it. Tellhell 16 seconds behind. And I know he has a time penalty, I think of 3 seconds. Kimmy riding in a comfortable 5th. Cardinal is now in 6th. See if Seth can catch him. I think Cardinal's tires either by the end are going to be cooked or he's going to have to pit. If I were Cardinal, I would just I would just keep going as long as you can. Because by now, I mean, if he pits, he's going to be back down to 9th. It all depends on how quickly Seth catches him. Seth is putting the time in. 3.5, 3.4. Druid has opened up an 8-second gap on Jugster. Is Druid going to be somebody that Jugster has to worry about on the second half of the season? If Druid keeps grabbing these wins, he can find himself up there. Seth is starting to reel in Cardinal. And it's starting to look brighter. But the rain is still coming, so I guarantee these guys are not going to see any dry. Even if it dries, the weather breaks, the track I don't think is going to be dry enough for a set of slicks. F1 Tom gets a 3-second time penalty. Tom not having a bad debut, I would say. I know it's sometimes a little difficult to get used to league racing, especially 50% races. I know Coty races them in another league that does 25% races, so it takes a lot more concentration. Mo is charging now. Seth has found himself only 2 seconds behind Cardinal. You can see them. He's trying to reel him in. Right on board, he's right there. Cardinal is really struggling with this rain. Seth now 1.2 seconds behind Cardinal. I think Cardinal's tires are done, or he's just struggling that much. Tell Hell is 13 seconds behind Goomba now. I think Goomba is doing just enough to hang on. Seth goes a little wide behind Cardinal. Doing what he can to hold Seth off. Ever charging Seth. Now I have to say, I'm looking at Druid, wondering if Jugster's going to have to start worrying about him for the rest of the season. He's not the fastest qualifier, but in the race, it's where he makes it count. And he's doing what needs to be done. Getting himself in first, keeping it in first. Seth has Tom behind him. Tom has a charging Mo. Weather's still raining a little bit, but it is brightening up. Tom doing the right thing. He's hitting some of these wet spots just to cool his tires a little bit. Seth has lost a bit of time. 2.1, 1.9. 24 of 27. Seth goes for the water as well. Del Hell's now 11 seconds behind Goomba. Seth is 1.9, 1.9. You know, the other drivers in the tour are rooting for Seth right now. The likes of SF1 Chronic and SF1 Soul. I I know that Seth was supposed to have a new teammate tonight. I don't know if he wasn't around or if he couldn't make it. But I know that Seth does now have a teammate as well in GP3. Maybe we'll get to see the likes of him next week. Seth reeling in. Cardinal now. It's still raining. And there's still quite a bit of spray on the track. Ooh, Seth goes... Oh, I thought he was going to go a little off the track there. Oh! Cardinal goes way off the track. Cardinal has given up the spot to Seth. And now he's going to have to think about Tom. Tom's got Mo right behind him. Mo! Mo, I wouldn't go for lines that aren't there. Tom trying to break the slipstream of Mo. They're going to follow on board. These guys are pretty close. And they're catching Cardinal. I think Cardinal's tires are toast. Goomba's not that far away from being around the same amount of laps as Cardinal. So he's going to want to have to hold those tires. Hold on to them. Mo trying everything he can to get around Tom. All the while, Tom is catching Cardinal on fresher tires. Tom is really low on ERS. Is that... Who was that? Oh, that's Seth. Oh, okay. I got confused there for a second. Mo goes for the inside look on Tom. They're side by side. Easy, guys. Ooh, Cardinal's right there. Oh, this is not going to end well. Easy, guys. Easy. Oh. F1 Tom Cardinal's going to fight back. Mo gets in front of both of them. Tom is right there. Like I said, these guys never seem to disappoint. On to the penultimate last lap. These guys go. Druid still finds himself in a 10-second gap ahead of Jugster. I think Jugster just kind of let off and just wanted to, you know, bring home the points instead of trying to push the car too much to catch and go for the win. Where is Druid? Starts his last lap now. Jugster is coming up to start his last lap. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, Goomba is coming up to start his last lap in third. This could be his first SF1 podium, guys. Go get it, Goomba. Telhell is 6 seconds behind. Gonna pop that back down with these guys. Tom's still fighting Mo. Everybody actually still on the lead lap. Cardinal has fallen way off. I think his tires are cooked. It's the only thing I can think of. Mo is trying to catch back up to Seth. Tom doesn't want to let go of Mo. I have to give it to these guys. I know a couple of these guys had a rough race. Samurai, Blaze, Recoil, Neglects, was disqualified. Kashi kind of, I'd say, disqualified himself. Ooh, Mo gets a little twitchy. Tom is right behind him now. But what heck of a hard-fought race these guys had. Tom's gonna look for the inside. Goes for it. Oh, Mo pushes Tom really wide. I don't think these guys are going to like each other much after the race. Oh, man. Druid takes the win in the French Grand Prix. Sends it to the wall. I want to go back to that battle, though, so bad. Jugster, championship leader, does a solid second. Guys, get on your feet. I think this is his. Goomba is going to bring it across in the French Grand Prix for his first SF1 podium. And it is a solid earned third. Telhel follows him in fourth. Goomba did it, guys. Kimmy's going to come through in a great fifth. He's going to do a look-see grip. Both Telhel and Kimmy up 6 positions. Oh, Tom gets Mo again. Kimmy stays in 5th. Seth. Oh, these two behind here are just absolutely going at it. But Seth is going to come up here. Mo gets another 3-second time penalty. I think that's Tom's solid. Oh, what is that? Seth grabs himself 6th. Tom puts... Jeez. Tom gives Mo one last shot. Cardinal is going to come up. I think he's going to pip Mo for 8 on penalties. He does. So there you guys have it. Wow. All right. Now on to the podiums. So I have to get Druid, Jugster, and you know it, Goomba into this party. I'm going to do that now if you guys bear with me. So Goomba, this would be actually really great. Invite to party. Okay. Just waiting on these guys. The screen come up. Druid takes the win at the French Grand Prix, followed by Jugster. Goomba gets a solid 3rd. Telhel is in 4th for that race. Kimmy grabs 5th, followed by Seth in a solid 6th. Our debut driver, F1 Tom, grabs 7th. Cardinal, a little upset with that drive maybe, but he's still back some points, down in 8th. And then Mo in 9th is our last runner, I believe. Just make sure everybody's here at this party currently. You guys all are. Just remind yourself, or not remind yourself, wrong words. Make sure you grab that tick box in that party so you guys, that you guys' audio is included. But, wow, you guys definitely put on a show. I don't know. I just want to ask all of you quick before we go into each individual, what's it called, interview. Did you guys have any confusion with the weather? Did it say dry and then...
My screen said wet for the race.
Okay. Yeah, mine said light rain for the whole race.
I think Steph might have read it wrong. Steph was telling me how it said dry and then it was wet after qualifying. But I'm going to start with our 3rd place runner, Goomba. Congratulations. Yes. I believe this is her first SF1 podium. I know your brother was raving about it in the comments. So with the rain that came, I know you found your place up a couple spots and you held on to it. Just talk us through your race, man. I know you probably have a lot to say.
Well, how do I start this? The first thing that got me was the safety car. That dragged on a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's what gave me my 3rd at least. Because everyone was pitting, which put me all the way up to 1st in that. So let me get a little open space. Didn't have to battle for much. Then and
No,
tyres kept. It was just the tyres letting me down that I couldn't keep the pace with everyone. 'Cause I surprised myself that I managed to do a one stop on Inters.
yeah. I mean, you can't be too disappointed with thirds. You
Nah.
definitely sound like you're winded. Like it was an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's just because at the end my tyres were like reaching my rear tyres were reaching 80% worn. This is like
Man.
there's a risk of it like popping right before the bloody finish line.
I know it's been a long time coming, but congratulations, Goomba.
Yeah, cheers.
And now we'll move on to our second place driver, Jugster. I'm just gonna ask, man, definitely a solid second. Did you find the rain to maybe like heed your race at all? It looked like you were struggling just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't run any assists, so it was really hard to control the wheel spin, but I got a handle on it. If it wasn't for that safety car, I don't know. He had a lot of pace, Druid did, but I think that safety car totally screwed me because he was able to dump right in the pits right away, and I had to go do a whole lap, and then I came out back in 8th, and I had to go through all those people to get back up there, and it just kind of screwed me over.
No, I mean you can't be, displeased with the second. It's still a long way to go, but going forth, this is. I'm gonna put a little fuel on the fire. 2 wins for Druid right in a row. You think that you're gonna start worrying a little bit more about Druid and maybe a little less of SF1 Cardinal?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, if it would have been a dry race, I think I would have had no problem because I was like quite a bit off. My pace in qualifying was quite ahead of them, so I wasn't too concerned about that. It's basically the rain, and then the safety car pretty much totaled that out for me. Is all.
Now, but congratulations, Jugster. We will see you next week, and we will move on to our winner of this evening's race, Druid, my man. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I wouldn't expect you to be too bad. Just talk us through your race, man. Congratulations.
I was a bit cautious with the rain. I'm not always the best. As a racing Canada once proved. But I'm quite pleased with that. Like Jugstar said, the safety car definitely helped me out. It came out like seconds last corner or the last corner. So yeah, I dived straight in. Quite lucky with that, I think. So that definitely helped me.
Anything else that you want to add to that? I mean, I can't really say. Between you and Jugster, you guys just seem like 2 guys on a mission. You guys pretty much controlled your own race. And you guys were pretty
Yeah.
far ahead of the initial field. It was.
Yeah, I mean, towards the start with the group that was at the start of the top 4 or 5, whatever it was. I thought I didn't think at that point, oh yeah, I could win this. I'd be content with where I was at the time. The safety car definitely pulled
Now,
the top spot into perspective. But
no, I would say big congratulations, all 3 of you guys. Hopefully that success carries over. We are in Austria next week. Same time, same place, guys. But until then, we will catch you next week. Just going to say congratulations again to all 3 of you. You guys can go party now and have a good time. But until then, I will catch you guys later. And this has been SF1. Unfortunately, different channel, but you guys will know where to find it. It's on the page if you guys want to. Go jump over there. We will catch you next week. Until then, this is K Rhodes or SF1 Rhodes